Not much to do, just people standing around selling fruit and veg. Let's go talk to the band.
Hey, cheer up, guys. What's with the long faces?
Our pipe player has been arrested and thrown in jail.
Poor Miguel. He never broke the law in his life.
Why was Miguel put in jail?
For playing folk music.
What?
It's true, senor. He insisted on playing traditional Cuaramonte music, even though it's illegal.
Why don't you try playing a tune to cheer yourselves up?
No, we should be looking for real jobs.
We could earn 10 times as much down the mines. My cousin Ramirez was earning 8 pesos an hour.
Before he lost his legs in the accident.
Oh, in the accident, let's find
Tell
out.
me about the accident at the mine.
There was an explosion at Teoculcan. 30 miners were buried alive.
They got some of them out, though.
2 of them, including your cousin, and they left half of him behind.
Is this Elon Musk's business or something?
Would either of you
Need to
guys
watch
care
himself.
for
He
a biscuit?
might get me
A love
banned for
biscuit,
saying
senor?
something like about
Are
him.
you trying to insult us?
No, really. They're good.
We'll take your word for it.
This MF are eating dog biscuits.
Have you any idea what this is?
No, senor.
Me neither.
Have you seen anything like...
I.
You'll notice the difference in this
Why
is
are
that
you carrying that thing around?
it tells me what I can ask
Do you
them
know what
about.
it is?
I can't just pick my items and be
Dude,
like, hey,
tell me.
show these people
He's
these this thing, do you know what I mean?
God of death and blood.
Which kind of draws back a bit from it. You can't just get like funny answers for things. You know, it's like, here's the funny thing, you can show them.
What do you make of this little worm?
No good. It's dead.
Sure it's dead. You think I'd carry it around in my pocket if it wasn't?
Is it? As if you should be carrying it about anyway. This guy,
Take a look
this
at the
freaking
design on
guy.
this label.
I have seen that before.
Where?
There was a ship flying a flag just like that
When did you see this ship?
3 months ago. It was
Jeez.
here, at the docks.
3 months ago though.
What
Is
was
that-
the
is
ship
that
with the
helpful?
condor flag carrying?
I don't know, senor. We weren't allowed near the docks.
That's right. Usually we meet the ships when they tie up.
We play to the tourists.
Well, when the Condor ship came in, we were told to go away.
Do you guys know anything about a total eclipse?
What is it?
It's like when the sun is hidden by the moon.
It's crazy.
My cousin Alfredo swears he saw it happen once. But
Alfredo.
that was after he stupidly consumed a cocktail of peyote and antibiotics.
Alright, bros. Thanks anyway for the info. Look who it is. We got Pearl,
Stobart, well, of all the...
Mrs. Henderson.
a
Boy,
recurring
this is some
character.
coincidence, huh?
When you've been married to a fruitcake like Dwayne as long as I have, you stop believing in coincidence.
I'd met Pearl and Dwayne on the other side of the globe in
Pearl
Syria.
got those big
He was an
bunga
army
donga
veteran who
donks.
suspected he was working for the CIA, but wasn't sure. She was less obviously deranged.
But she's still pretty fucked in the head.
Is Dwayne here with you, Mrs. Henderson?
Why, sure, I couldn't leave him home alone. Since Dwayne
He's
came
like a big
back
baby.
before, we
He ended
couldn't
up
bear to be
burning the
apart.
house down.
So, where is he now?
We ain't speaking.
Oh. Dwayne's
Why
in the
aren't you
doghouse.
speaking to Dwayne?
Because he's an old spoiled sport sourpuss. I want to visit one of those old pyramid places, but Dwayne says he has to stay in town.
Right. And
Some
you don't want to go on your own.
business.
Well, there's no point in going to the pyramid if there's
I
no
gotta
one
stay in
around
town.
taking a
I know we're on
picture.
holidays, but I got some shit to do around here.
Is Dwayne still working
Love the wee
for
photo of him.
CIA?
It looks like he's wearing a
If he is,
superhero
he doesn't
mask.
know it. He's
Is
what
it
they
like
call
goggles or
snooping.
something?
Don't you mean a sleeper?
No, this is different. He used to think he worked for them, but the psychotherapy cured him of that. What he doesn't realize
doesn't
is
think he
now
works for the
really
CIA
does
anymore.
work for them. At least that's the way I understood it.
What brings you to Quaramonte, Pearl?
Tell
What
me.
takes me just about anywheres. The market.
You drove 2,000 miles to go shopping?
Shopping is my role in the economy of the Great Design, George.
Just consume. She's a consumer. She's
What do you
got a
make of
shit
this
ton of
stone,
Funko Pops at home.
Oh, that's pretty.
Wall to wall.
What's that thing supposed to be, a rabbit?
I believe it's a coyote.
Well, it sure is cute.
She goes shopping
was
for
surprised
cheese
she didn't ask
pops.
me where
That's
she
why
could
she's
buy
on
them.
holiday.
What does this mean to you, Pearl?
What cute little feathers. Why, if you had two of those, they'd sure make nice earrings.
This isn't intended for frivolous personal adornment, Pearl. It's a dart, tipped with a
kill.
fast-acting, muscle-numbing poison.
Pardon me, I stand corrected, honey.
This is a
Sometimes I
murder
get the feeling
weapon.
that communication with Pearl was like sending signals out into space. Maybe, if you waited long enough, you'd get an intelligent answer back. But it was a long shot. What do you make of this statue, Pearl?
Hoo-wee, that's a spitting image of Dwayne's brother Sheridan. A little less body hair, maybe, but it's him all right.
It's a little monster statue that we have. Let's get her worm out for her. What do you think, boys? Get her worm out for the old lady.
Look at this, Pearl. A tequila worm.
Don't you bring that thing anywhere near me, honey. I swear I'll scream like a hog on a hot plate.
Put it in your mouth. See
Take a look
it.
at this
How's
music
it feel?
video.
You'll have to read it to me, George. I left my specs in a gay bar in Santa Barbara.
Well, it's about an eclipse of the sun, which is due to occur in a few weeks' time.
You'd think the government would warn us about these kind of things.
It's not dangerous or anything.
Plus, it is in the
Apparently,
newspaper.
best place to view
That is
the
you
eclipse
getting
is
a
right here in
warning
Guadalupe.
of sorts,
Oh, my.
isn't it? Not to be technical,
Doesn't
not
appear
to
to
be
be the
that guy,
slightest bit
but you know,
interested.
Catch you later,
why
Paul.
should she not care about the total eclipse? She'd show her the pair of knickers, canna? Take a look at these. I want
She
you to
wouldn't
put
have
them
been
on.
interested.
She would have been interested. See, I
Catch you
should be
later,
allowed to
Paul.
ask her about the pants. She would have been so interested. Let's see who's over here. There he is, the big man himself.
It was Pearl's husband, Dwayne. Hey, Mr. Anderson. Good to see you again.
Do I know you, son?
No.
George Stobart, remember? In Syria? I sold you a statue.
I remember that. Earl
Uh,
was mighty vexed when the paint came off.
still
Look,
$50
I'm
off you.
sorry. I'll give you back the $50.
No,
Spiff.
no, you suckered me fair and square.
Yeah, you're right. I did sucker you fair and square. Let's find out what you've been up to.
Are you still working for...
I'm gonna keep your $50.
You know who?
You know I can't talk about my work, George. That's between me and Uncle Sam.
Okay. And what
Does
about
the
this
name
Karzak
mean
book?
anything to you?
Sounds like a comic book villain to me, son.
He's the man behind Condor and the rat who kidnapped Nico.
You know, the first time I met you, I was deeply impressed with your naive simplicity.
Yeah, man.
I said to Pearl,
You
if
think
we
I was
ever
stupid?
had kids, I would have wanted a boy like George. But I underestimated you, son.
Okay.
Did you know that traditional music
Okay.
is illegal in Caramonte?
So,
Is that so?
does he think that
Seems
we're smart or
reasonable to
does he
me.
think we're stupid?
No, really. The leader of the band in the square has been imprisoned just because of the music he played.
I don't know who you've been talking to, but that fella, Miguel, he's an agitator.
An agitator. Sounds like myself.
What's
Just
the
like
real
me.
reason the musician was imprisoned?
I just
Handing
tweeted out a
out
link.
Subversive literature at the mines.
If
That
you guys
so-called
wouldn't mind
general was
retweeting
waiting
it for me.
Miguel when he
Troll
got
fair and
back into
square.
town. Marched him off to jail.
If you guys wouldn't
gunpoint
mind retweeting
on the
that
charge of
tweet.
inciting a riot.
Here we go.
I spoke to Pearl earlier.
Yeah?
And what'd she tell you?
Mention that we had a kind of falling out.
Yes, she did.
She'll get over it.
She'll get over it. She's a lady.
Did you drive
They can get
all the
over
way
things.
down here?
Hell no. Pearl did the driving while I followed the maps. The way she handled the wheel, you'd think she'd been trucking half her life.
Boom. She's made for these roads.
Why did you bring a huge truck like that?
George,
Beast Dwayne.
I'm on a top secret classified mission for Uncle Sam. This truck is a rolling bomb. 400 pounds of nitrate fertilizer with a plastique initiator.
He's
Now
just
here's
like
the
me,
bag
for
in
real.
China. Gee, I'm really looking forward to this.
He's just like me, for real. A truck full of explosives.
Would you like a biscuit, Dwayne?
Oh no, those gourmet dog snacks bring me out in a rash.
You've tried them?
They were on special offer. Pearl bought a whole crate. When I asked her if she was thinking of keeping a dog too, she just laughed.
She just laughed. Give me just 2
Would
seconds,
you like
guys.
to borrow my lucky piece of coal, Dwayne?
What's so lucky about it?
Well, we made it to Quaramonte in one piece.
When you've been here a few days, you won't look on that as luck.
Sorry, I had to be a grown up there and go and turn my heating off.
Do you know anything about a shipping company called
Can't have the heating
Condor
burning all day, you
Transglobal?
know? Can't afford
Sure
that
I
shit.
do. You have
Speaking
to
of,
get up
actually,
pretty
can't
early to
afford it.
catch
I'm
Dwayne
gonna drop my
when he
cash
comes
app as
down.
well, if you guys
What?
wouldn't mind
You
sharing
beat me
it.
to it?
Condor Transglobal is all wound up. Seems like my investigations scared them off.
I should share it on Twitter more, because, like, people
What do
do
you
that,
think of
don't
these
they?
panties, Dwayne?
I feel bad putting my cash
Lord,
app in the
hot
thing.
stuff, George. You buy those for your girl?
But I should.
No.
Why shouldn't
the guy
I?
we knew in
Why
Paris
shouldn't
bought
I
it
just
for
share my cash app
Oh,
link?
You're a threesome then.
Ooh. A threesome
Why
with
are you
Andre
looking at me
Lobino.
like that, George?
I
Disgusting.
get it.
Blech. Gross, motherfucker. Look at this guy with no legs. Jeepers. Let's go and ask him about the solar eclipse, just on the off chance.
Hi, I'm George Stobart.
What was it you wanted to show me?
Have you
How
heard
bad
of
the
eclipse
quality
of the
is
sun?
of the
Sure,
of
I'm
this.
having a party to
speech.
celebrate it. Drop by.
Really?
Sure. Plenty of food, plenty of wine, and everyone's invited, except the general.
Except the general. Why is the recording so different now?
What can you tell me about the mining company?
The general closed down one of their mines after the explosion. Lots of folks lost their lives. I was lucky. I only lost my legs.
This is weird.
Can you tell me anything about this stone?
That's obsidian. It's a volcanic rock which has cooled so fast that...
Yeah. Look, I'm not interested in geology.
You're not. I suppose you want to know about the carved picture on it.
That's right.
Then the guy you should talk to is the professor. He was here a while ago.
This is it's bizarre. It's how
Do you know
different
what
it
this
sounds.
statue represents?
Should do. I used to carve things like that to sell to tourists. But it scared people around here, so I stopped.
Do you recognize the design on this label?
Why, sure. That's the Condor Transglobal Shipping Company logo.
Do they have an office in Quaramonte?
No, but they ship out from here.
That's what I thought. Did you see
I
the
knew this
ship
guy
with the
gave
Condor
info.
flag?
You could just totally miss him too.
No.
But the dock is just the other side of the square.
Might as well be the other side of the moon.
Let's show him the knickers.
What do you think of these panties?
Awesome. You wear them?
No, someone sent them to my girlfriend.
Thoughtful.
I want to break his jaw. Not him. He doesn't deserve it. He's already had enough. Let's go over here. So I'm tweeting out another link. If you guys wouldn't mind helping me here. It's gonna help my brother out. Let's go in here. Go into the police
Nico.
station. Hey Nico! How clear the voice is there now. It's bizarre how it's as if they remastered the voices at a point and didn't do that guy over there.
I have done just as I have been instructed, Professor.
Woo!
With the mine closed down, there'll be no one around to observe your excavations.
Now we can get up to all the
Ah, I have
villainy stuff we
visitor.
want to.
Just remember what
There you
I
go.
told you,
If you
General.
guys can retweet that
There's
tweet
really
I've just
no
tweeted
need to
out,
make a martyr out of it.
I'd really appreciate it. Like, I've just sent it into the chat, in the Twitch chat. But yeah, that's the professor talking to the general. Something's
I'm sorry to
afoot.
keep you waiting, senor. Welcome to Quaramonte.
Thanks. My name's George Stobart from California.
Someone else said I should have my cash
But
app on
what
the
is
screen so
this?
people can like,
An angel
so I don't have to
come
like
down to
spam it
earth.
and feel as bad.
Nicole Collard. Enchanté, mon général.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Pardon me, senorita, but I couldn't help myself.
That's
Look,
fine.
I'd like to ask you a few questions.
That's fine. That's
You've
not
come to the
normal.
right place, senor. Tourist information. General Graciento, at your service.
Good stuff. Jesus, look at all the stuff we can ask him about. Let's show him the pants.
What do you think of these panties, General?
What do you think of these, boy?
They're yours if you'll tell me all you know about Karzak.
Karzak? I never heard of him. Do I get the
You
panties now?
fucking liar.
I told you all I know.
You told
That,
me
he's
nothing.
dying to sniff those. He's dying to sniff those boyos.
This is the tourist office? It says police on the sign outside.
It is both, senor. I am a man of many parts.
I can see that, General.
I hear there was an accident at the
She
mine
was
a
meaning
few
his
months ago.
wiener.
That's correct.
A lot of
She
men
was talking
killed,
about
weren't
his-
there?
A few.
30?
Private parts, if you get what I'm
Barely
saying.
1% of the
It's
working
private, his
population.
private general.
Is
Get
it
it?
true there's a restriction on music in Quaramonte?
Yes, there is. An emergency measure introduced by Nuestra Senora.
Folk music is a link with the past for some of these people.
A
Take
Zelda
their
reference, a
musical
link to
roots
the
and what have
past.
they got left?
A Zelda
Easy
reference,
You
OMG.
think easy listening could replace a musical heritage hundreds of years old?
Why not? It happened in your country.
Are there any ruins
Alright,
around the
smart
city?
ass.
Of course, senor. Quaramonte has everything.
I have a
So,
friend who wants
I'm
to
not as
visit an
familiar
historical
with
site.
2, but we need to get rid of the
Ronaldo
general,
will
I
only be
think,
too
or
pleased
something.
To conduct a guided tour.
So we get the old guy to
when he's dealt with
give
today's paperwork, of course.
Pearl a tour. He gives Pearl a tour, so he leaves, and then we get Nico away with him, if I remember right.
Who was the guy you were talking to when we arrived?
Professor Ubi.
How nosy this guy is.
Visitor, senor, like yourselves.
Did
Who
you
was
say
that?
Ubier?
Oh,
Si,
did you hear that?
senor. Professor Ubi.
Red Bull.
A French
sponsored.
archaeologist.
Give me 2 seconds, guys. Yo, yo. Sorry about that.
What's Ubier doing in Quaramonte?
Researching our rich and glorious past, senor. The professor is planning an expedition to some Mayan ruins.
I first
He came
hit
to
Red
see
Bull.
me
Oh,
to get an
yeah.
excavation permit.
Oh, yeah. Don't be scared to
Would you
join
like a
in the
biscuit?
chat as well,
I'm
guys, if
trying
you
to
are
brag
fucking
me.
Well, every
want
man
to
has
talk
his
shit.
price.
If you want to talk
Mine
smack
is more
to
than
each
a
other,
dog cookie, senor Stobart.
my chat is the playground.
Have you ever seen anything like this before?
That's a native carving, isn't it? Where did you get it?
We picked it up in the market as a souvenir.
Uh-huh.
Take a look.
We're
at
already
this
lying.
label.
Si, senor. Condor Transglobal.
Yeah, man, it
Can
is
you
slow
tell me
today.
where to find their
But I
offices?
figure it's because
No, senor. I never heard of them. And neither
Saturday.
did Ronaldo.
people probably got shit to do. You know what I mean?
Are you sure you
IRL
never heard
shit.
of Condor?
Oh, yes.
There's only ever
The
a few of
company
us
is
that are ever able to
registered
chill
here
and see
in
a night. You know what I
Cuaramonte
mean?
City.
You are mistaken, senorita.
The musicians out in the square say that
I won't
ship
for
flying
playing
the
for whatever
Condor
you
flag
want.
was
If you want me to
birthed
put
here.
on
They
RE7,
are
I'll do it.
simple peasants. They will go along with anything you say in the hopes of parting you from your money.
Condor is run by Karzak, isn't it?
Wrong again, senor. Karzak has nothing to do with anything called Condor. Whoever he is.
We've got our
Do you keep a
info
record of
wrong.
companies registered in
It would seem.
Cuaramonte?
Of course, senorita. Unfortunately, all the records were destroyed by a flash flood.
That's pretty convenient.
Do you know anything about the forthcoming eclipse, General?
Such things do not interest me, senor.
I figure that a lot of people want me to play Cry of Fear as well, and then just like it terrifies me too much that I'm not enjoying it. But people seem to enjoy watching me play it, which is annoying.
I wasn't going to try investigating the passage while the General was sat there.
Excuse me. Let's go and try and look at his wee chart that he was looking at.
Senor,
But like, I'm open to anything, man. If you want me to.
leave that chart alone.
Dark Souls as well. I've not much left to do in Dark Souls. I would love to stream it though, but I'm at a point where everything's kicking my ass. Like, I nearly need to level up a couple of levels.
Hi,
But
I'm George.
me
Stone.
leveling up costs like
Hello,
140,000 souls.
How can I help you?
I don't know what new game I'm on, but I'm really like, I don't even wear armor because I just use a sword and shield.
I'd like to visit your prisoner.
Condemned prisoners aren't allowed visitors.
Condemned?
To death. He is to be executed.
For listening,
Knowing
for playing
my
the
luck,
music.
I will
What?
probably have to shoot him myself.
Amnesty International is going to hear about
Jesus.
this.
It's pretty
I
heavy.
thought Miguel was arrested for playing the wrong kind of music.
Si, senor, he was.
And that carries the death penalty?
No, no, no. You think we're crazy?
Yes.
While being questioned, he confessed to being an anti-government agent.
Are there any ancient
And what
pyramids near
he
Cuaramonte?
confessed to it. It sounds like they would have just made him
But
say
it's not
was.
very impressive. It's in ruins.
That's perfect.
I need you to take somebody there.
Would you be willing to give a guided tour of the ruins?
I can't. The General would have a fit if I left all this paperwork.
We need to get him away. We need to sort
Would
it
you like
out.
a gourmet dog snack biscuit?
I would love one, senor. But I would have a problem with my teeth.
Toothache?
No, senor. If the General catches me eating on duty, he'll knock them out.
Jesus, General's an asshole.
Do you recognize
Look at him sitting
this
there with his
statue?
big Chad fucking smile.
The night wind. Take it away, senor. That stone is cursed.
You got the police believing in that sort of stuff. Hey, hey, hey.
Do you know anything about this eclipse?
No, senor. El General keeps me in the dark about most things.
Oh, I think I was supposed to be a joke.
So long.
Let's go and talk to this guy again. We need to sort this guy out.
Do you have a map of Cuaramonte?
A map? I'm sorry, senor, but I don't.
Tourist board and it doesn't have
What
a
about
map.
the one on the wall?
What?
That is an archaeological survey map, senor. Not suitable for tourists.
I'll be back.
So we've nothing in here that we can. Unless, hold on, can we talk to Nico? Can she maybe? Gee, she's packing them badonkadonks. Look.
Tell me about this Karzak guy.
Well, I saw him for only a few minutes, but he frightens me.
It's okay,
I got
babe.
the impression that Pablo was
Come here
nervous
and give
when
me
he
a
was
hug.
around too. His eyes.
I got you.
They're like a wild animal's, like a tiger. That's what scared me most about him. He looked so unpredictable and dangerous.
Oof.
Did you know Ubier's wife was a film star?
No, I didn't know he was married. What happened to her?
He
She died. In mysterious circumstances.
He got rid of her, if you know what we're
How
saying.
mysterious.
I heard she was murdered. Possibly by Ubier himself.
A murderer, huh?
Jeez. A real O.J.
Andre said he
Simpson.
was something of a celebrity.
Labano tells me he's been seeing a lot of you.
We meet sometimes for lunch, a drink. After you'd gone back to the States, I was pretty lonely, you know.
Lonely? You must have been desperate. Didn't you just visit the zoo or something?
Alright, Bozo, you ran off.
That man we saw talking to the general was
Can't just
Ubier.
run off on
Didn't you
someone and
recognize
then
him?
be like,
I
oh,
never
why'd
met
you not
him,
wait on me?
remember? The guy I called in Paris claimed
That's
to be
bad
Ubier,
communication
but he sounded
skills.
nothing like the man in the police station. Maybe the
Which is
professor
actually
really
quite
is
terrible
innocent.
for somebody that has no
Nah,
problem just
it's
walking
too
into
much of
somebody's
a
house and
coincidence
asking them
he's
do they
here
know
in
about the
Quaramonte.
Templars.
Would you like a biscuit?
Gourmet dog?
Do we really need to ask her
Have
about
you
all
been
this shit?
eating those things, Georges?
Sure, they're great.
I got disconnected from my own chat there, but I doubt I
Guess what
missed
this
anything.
is? Go on, guess.
It's wrought iron, probably from a chimney stack on an old stove.
Well, I suppose it could be.
Yeah, that is exactly what it is.
How did she know that?
My grandfather used to work in a foundry.
Very
Do you recognize
convenient,
this?
very
Is
convenient.
that the dart which knocked me out?
That's right. I kept it as a souvenir.
Are you proud of me? He wouldn't have got that through the airport. They wouldn't have let him bring that in his pocket like that.
Have you any idea who this little statue is supposed to be?
I'm not very
Suppose
well
it showed
acquainted
them
with my
getting there on a
ancestors,
boat,
Georges.
so
But whatever his name,
maybe.
he sure is ugly.
We
Take
might
a
as
look at
well
this,
ask her about it all because we'll have to ask her about something at
disgusting,
some
Georges.
stage.
Why are you carrying it around with you?
She does
I
got
don't
them
know.
big
I
boobies
just
though.
can't seem to part with it.
Just carrying that worm around.
I found these in your bag.
Oh, they were a gift.
That's
I know,
like the
I read the
equivalent.
note.
God
There weren't
knows what
mobile
was going
phones
through
back then,
Andre's
but like
mind.
I think
he went.
that's
I
quite plain
went
enough.
through your handbag. What the fuck, man? Why did you do that? I suppose she had been kidnapped, so
Take a look at this.
he had to search your
An
handbag. But
eclipse of the sun. Why the sudden interest in
it's kind of like
astronomy?
checking somebody's
found the
phone.
cutting
It's a bit
in
like why you
Ubier's
didn't
house.
do that?
Apparently,
What the fuck?
it's only visible from Central America.
Ooh, but apparently we both read the same thing. I can read the news report as well.
Take a look at this.
Take a look at this.
Where did you get
Do you know what I
that
think
kind
we
of
would
money?
we should play
It's not
together
mine.
is the old
I
Resident
found
Evil
that
games as
statement
well.
At Ubier's
Like
house.
the PS1 games. I think they'd be pretty good.
Do you have any theories about this stone?
I think that design represents a dog, a Mexican dog.
So, this is the sacred Chihuahua stone? Sheesh.
Sheesh! I can't believe he hit the sheesh! Bro hit the sheesh! Alright, Chuck, man, have a good one. Good seeing you. Let's see what Pearl has
Why
to
did
say
you
for
show him
herself.
the stone?
I
For
thought
herself.
maybe he might know something about it.
Well, he does now, for sure. He knows we have it.
Did you notice that chart?
Ah, here we
on the
go. We have to
station
go
wall?
outside to talk to her
Yes.
about this stuff.
It
This is
looked
silly.
like a map to me, but I couldn't make out the details.
Whatever it was, the general
Suppose we
didn't
couldn't
want us
have
to
this
see it.
conversation in front of him, like, but
You came on a little strong with the general.
I was merely flattering his ego, Georges. Every man has his Achilles heel.
Maybe. But that guy's weakness isn't in his foot.
yeah, it's in his dick. See, did we talk to this guy? Does this guy give us any info? I know we can talk to this guy about the statue. For some reason, that's
Do
what I
you
remember.
have crabs?
No.
What?
Only fish.
Do you have crabs?
Nice fish.
Thanks.
If by some remote chance I ever need a fish, I'll be back.
Ah, that's.
Do you recognize this statue?
Si, senor.
He's
It
a
is
liar.
Very, very bad luck. That is Tezcatlipoca, the night hunter.
I know, but I don't believe in luck, good or bad.
You may not now, but you will.
All right.
The guy looked scared out of his wits.
Jeepers. Everybody seems a bit off about the statue, don't they? Right, let's go up here. The first, yeah, there we go. I was like click, 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 clicking on it. I just remembered this guy isn't wearing any trousers over to the left, or the left of the screen. He ain't got no trousers
Hola,
on.
señora.
Hi. We were wondering.
I was talking to the lady, Chico.
Oh,
Hi, my name is Nicole Collard.
Concha
Does she
Garcia.
fancy her
How
or
can
what?
I help you, sister?
The corporation I represent is considering
called her
a
sister,
major
so she's probably
investment
like
in Quaramonte. Your
sassy,
advice, as the head of
independent.
an obviously successful concern, is precisely what I'm after. My assistant, Mr. Stobart, has a few questions he'd like to ask you.
Spit it out, bro. Jesus, a few questions. Look at this.
Can you tell me about the accident at the mine?
Accident? It was sabotage. Somebody wanted my mine closed down for good.
Oh, we're on to something
Do you
there.
have any evidence that the mine was sabotaged?
Not yet, but I'll get to the bottom of it. There'd been trouble at that mine for several months. The workforce was getting smaller every day. Someone had started a rumor among the men that the mine was cursed.
Among Us.
Now the entire operation
Started a
has been
rumor
closed
among
down.
us. Someone started a rumor among us.
Where's the site of the mine?
Several days upriver at a remote area known as Teoculcan.
Teoculcan.
Do you know
Alright, buddy.
Professor Ubier?
Yes. I understand he is about to embark on an archaeological expedition. He hired some equipment from me earlier today.
I overheard him talking to the
How do we
general.
go about hiring
I
equipment
thought
from
they
you,
were
missus?
What? If I'd known that, I wouldn't have hired out the equipment. Now, why would the general be interested in an archaeologist?
Have you heard of a man named Karzak?
No? Who is he?
He's the reason we came to Quaramonte. We think he's running a drug ring.
Well, I hope you find him.
And we're just
but
being
I've
really
never heard the
friggin'
name
nosy.
before.
We're being nosy as usual. Do you want some doggy biscuits?
Would you
Do you
like
want me
a
to
dog
insult
biscuit?
your
Would you like a
intelligence?
smack in the mouth, Chico?
Like, why is it? Let's show her the panties, she'll go mad.
Would you be interested in these panties? They look about your size.
Is that your best line, Chico?
I'm serious.
She actually didn't
They
get
were an
as annoyed
archaeological
as I thought she would.
Put them away before you get overexcited.
Let's just
Does
go
this
for
stone mean anything to you?
it. Does
I
this
think it is
random
a spirit
fucking
stone carved by a
mean
Mayan
anything to you?
priest, no? I don't know which of their many gods it represents.
Let me show you this ugly statue.
Can you tell me anything about this statue?
It is Tezcatlipoca, the god of death and pestilence. That fetish would be considered by many to be a bad omen.
I find it funny they call it a fetish.
Do you recognize the icon on this label?
Condor Transglobal.
Did the company operate here in Quaramonte?
Yes, they ran an old container ship, the Mayan Princess.
So we're closing in?
Do you know who owned Condor
Oh.
Transglobal?
I have no idea.
Oh. That you can just
See
randomly
this?
show her
It's
this
my
piece
lucky
of coal.
piece of coal.
What's so lucky about it?
I'm not sure yet.
Look. Look! Look at him, he's got no trousers on.
Times.
Look at that
Have you heard
there.
about the forthcoming eclipse?
I don't take much interest in things like that. One of the boys might know about it.
Are we allowed to talk to them? Oh, we are. Let's see what they got to say.
Hi. Good afternoon and welcome to Consolidated Mining. If you are planning to stay in Quaramonte City, may I recommend the Consolidated Mining Experience. An interactive, hands-on tour
I'd rather
of our
not.
deepest mines, with talking tour guides.
I just wanted
available
to
in
ask
3
you a couple of
different languages.
questions.
A tour of a mine. Well, this is a mining company. What else did you expect?
That's also very true.
Do you know anything about the eclipse that's due soon?
Me? No, senor.
Do you know where I could find Senor Karzak?
No, senor.
This guy's useless.
How come you're not wearing any pants?
I feel more alert without them. Kind of perky.
And your boss doesn't mind?
She suggested it.
Ah! So she's dirty. I don't think any of these guys have info. I'm sure of it.
Are you looking forward to the eclipse of the sun?
Not especially. Are you?
I don't know. I've never seen. All I know about eclipses is that you shouldn't.
Please.
Ever heard of a?
Can't you see?
I'm going to skip this because I'm sure none of these guys have info. But I just want to exhaust everything
Ever
in
hear
this
of a-
room before
No,
we
sir.
leave.
Did you know?
Yeah, me and the boys.
Yeah.
Me and the boys are dressing up for it. Go on ahead, son. Have fun with it.
Do you know anything?
Yes, I heard it.
It's in a few.
9 days.
Thanks. Ever heard of a guy?
No.
Right there, yeah. They know nothing. Can we try and get into this cupboard? I know we need to get something out of this at some point, but I don't remember what it is.
Keep out of there.
So I'm thinking if we try and get
That's
in.
where the explosives are stored.
Ooh. Can we maybe talk
I
to
have
her about
nothing
them?
else.
No. Let's exit here. So we're making our way. I'm gonna be honest, I think we have to talk to the guy that had the accident with the legs over here. I don't know why. Something tells me that we have to like talk to him. Could be wrong. Could be completely wrong. Maybe I have to talk to Dwayne or Pearl again. Or Nico, now that we have more information. Oh, look. Here he is, the old
Professor Ubier?
the old
Yes.
bugger.
Who are you?
My name is Stobart. George Stobart.
Whoa, look at all this stuff
Does
to
the
talk
name
about.
Karzak mean...
Yes, I know him. In fact, if it wasn't for Kazak, I wouldn't be here.
Let's just
What?
chat.
He's financing
Get
my
this
expedition.
away. Financing his
Tell me about
expedition.
your wife, Professor.
So if
Please,
Karzak's just interested in
I
drugs,
don't
why
want
is
to
he
talk about her.
wanting stones? Oh look.
You shot her, didn't you?
Jesus.
No. I loved Carol. She meant the world to me.
Fucking hell.
What do you know about my girlfriend's abduction?
I don't know what you're
Oh,
talking
that's
about.
the angle he's
She
coming
was
from.
invited to your mansion in Paris.
Not by me, she wasn't. I haven't been home for nearly 7 months.
There we go.
Have you ever employed a Central American butler or servant?
I've never employed any kind of servant, monsieur.
So we were tricked. Let me ask you about these dog biscuits.
Would you like a biscuit?
No, thank you.
You should, they're good. I can't get enough of these things.
We can't get enough.
Can you tell me anything about this stone?
Where did you get that?
That's my business.
How
Aha.
much do you want for it?
It's not for sale.
$5 million. $5 bajillion dollars. I'll sell you this shitty one though.
Can you identify this statue, Professor?
Oh, yes. Tezcatlipoca, the Lord of Darkness,
A Central American god, right?
a supreme deity. Tezcatlipoca means literally smoking mirror. There.
Ah, the
You see
game
the
name. He
shield
said
on his
it.
left
He
hand?
said the
The
name.
Mayans believed he could look into the mirror and see into the hearts of men. He was the wind which came howling in the night in search of victims. And victims they gave him by the thousand.
Yum, yum.
Sacrifices?
Give me all those
Women,
victims.
children, animals, anything that bled. The steps of his temple ran red.
This guy
with the
just
blood of
accused you of shooting your
sacrifices.
wife like two
The
minutes
Mayans
ago.
have a legend that says he'll
Now you're giving him
return
history
one day.
lessons.
I hope I'm not around to see it.
Well, buddy, it's happening.
Do you see this label?
You better believe in it. You're. It's.
It refers
It's
to
happening.
a company named Condor. What of it?
I traced that company here to Quaramonte. Do you know where I can find the offices of Condor Transglobal?
The company no longer exists. They went bankrupt recently.
Ah, how do you know? How do you know that, buddy?
I have proof that you are directly involved with Condor.
I used them as shippers to transport artifacts to a gallery in Paris.
Yep.
Beyond that, I have no connection with the company, which, as I said, no longer exists.
Maybe he's telling the truth.
Do you know
Sounds like
anything
he's
about
telling the
this
truth, doesn't it?
eclipse, Professor?
Of
Why is he
course,
talking to Dwayne?
it's not the reason I'm here in Quaramonte, but I'm looking forward to seeing it all the same.
What's your interest in the eclipse, Professor?
Oh, it's purely a layman's curiosity.
Spill your guts.
History is my subject, not astronomy. But I've been fascinated by the movements of the heavenly bodies since I was a child. I wouldn't miss a total eclipse for the world.
Does the eclipse have some special significance for you?
From me? No. For the ancient Mayans, it marked the end of the Fifth Age.
Perhaps we should be celebrating.
We get to see a
Ah,
cutscene
no.
later on, which is kind of cool. It's
The
done
end
with
of
like
each age heralds destruction
animations
on
that
a
are made
global
from
scale.
like the clouds in the
This
sky.
is the final age,
It'll probably be blurry as
ending
fuck
in the
because of the
total
compression
destruction
rate,
of the
but
Earth.
it's still a cool cutscene.
Take a look at this, Professor.
Your bank statement.
have
I've
you got to say
burgled your
about that?
house.
Where did you get this?
Never mind that. How do you explain these withdrawals?
I left my financial affairs in the hands of my secretary.
You got an answer
Including
for
the
everything.
withdrawal of funds in cash from your personal account?
I trust Gwyneth implicitly.
And why Marseille? Why the very place my girlfriend was taken?
That's obvious, Stobart. We are both the victims of the same devious plot.
Now, what plot?
I have no idea.
Me either. So we're...
Do you think the general was involved with Condor?
Hell no. And if he's a general, I'm a Buddhist. No, that fella's just a mouthpiece for the real power in Quaramonte.
So the general is nothing but a puppet?
He's
You would
like
know that
Pinocchio
anyway.
Before he met the Blue Rinse Fairy. Strictly strings and wood.
Who's pulling the strings?
His mother.
His
Better
mum?
known as La Presidenta, the dictator.
His mum's the president. And he's the general. Ah, things aren't what they seem. Let's go and see if we can talk to this guy. Something just tells me that he might tell us more, but I could be totally wrong.
Why don't you want the general at your party?
Because if he
Yeah,
comes,
even
he'll
there,
bring
they're
those
recording from
damn
these
music
two's
albums
really,
from the 70s.
like, blurry is the only way I could describe it. It sounds blurry. I'm glad they really, like, did the audio up. They made the audio sound better in this from what it used to be. I'm sure of it.
Have you met the guy who calls himself
You hear how clear it is
the
there?
general?
No, I haven't. Is he a real general?
I guess so. He wears a lot of medals on his chest. The wrong side of his chest. At least for any army I'd ever seen.
He's useless.
I hear you drove all the way to Quaramonte. In a truck.
That's right. You would not believe the state of some of those
She's a
roads.
trucker girl, a
Makes
real
me damn
trucker,
right
a
sad
real
to
all
think
around
there's still
American.
Some places you can't reach in an automobile. In this day and age, you'd think there'd be decent highways just about anywhere folk choose to go.
Did you know that the truck was full of explosives?
Whatever gave you that idea, as if I couldn't guess?
Your husband. He was exaggerating, wasn't he?
Sometimes I wonder how I'm gonna cope with Dwayne's over-fertile imagination.
Catch you later, Pearl.
It never actually, you never get a definitive answer if he actually is in the CIA or any of it's true.
Tell me about the general. You know, the guy in charge around here.
We don't want to talk about him, senor.
How come? No one can hear you. Well, only that old goat.
In Quaramonte, we have a saying. Don't tell your old goat what you don't want your wife to know.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Right, so that only leaves us to go back into the police station. So we've spoke to everybody. Oh, I didn't speak to Nico again though. I didn't do that. Oops. Maybe I should have spoke to her outside.
There was nothing else I wanted.
No, there's nothing else he wanted to talk to her about. At this time. He sounds really sad saying it.
I had nothing else I wanted.
Uh-oh. Better not be a fucking dead end here.
I'd asked him all I'd wanted to for now.
What the fuck?
I wasn't
We've spoke to everybody as well.
There was nothing else I wanted to talk to Nico about at that time.
What the fuck? Ubier's gone now too. So can we ask Dwayne about him?
Did you find any evidence of Condor's drug smuggling operations?
Drugs? Hell no! Condor was a cover for the illegal export of Mayan artifacts.
So who was behind
How
Condor
does Dwayne know all this?
It was registered in the name of Edan.
Did you get the guy?
I don't think he ever existed. Edan backwards spells Nady.
Wow.
Spanish for nobody.
Like he never
Is
existed.
Miguel the reason you're here?
Pretty smart, George. I was supposed to make contact with him. By the time
Now
I
he's
found
arrested.
him, though, he was in jail. I've been trying to figure out a way to get him out since then.
Sounds good to me. Count me in.
Good man, George. All I need is a detonator.
Dedicated
How come you
wham.
brought a truckload of explosives but no detonator?
Call me old-fashioned, but I say packing trunks is woman's work. I left the packing to Pearl, and I can't find a darn thing. Just
So he
hope you
actually
remember
was
to
supposed to
bring
make.
my
You see what I mean?
polish.
So he is involved
I
in
sure
something.
hate to arrive back in the States with tar on my teeth.
Right, so we know we can get explosives in the mining place, so let's go there. I'm hoping we don't need to come back out and speak to her first. There we go, we can double click and we can walk in faster. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Alright, babe. Hand over the detonator.
Do you have any kind of detonating device in stock?
Sure. They're kept in that cupboard.
How convenient that this
I don't
shop just
suppose you
exists
have
here.
one spare.
I can't simply give you a device like that, no without a damn good reason.
Let's just tell
The
her.
general has a chart in his office, which he was discussing with Ubier.
Perhaps that chart will tell us where they're heading.
Maybe, but I can't get anywhere near it while the general and his sidekick are there.
So we need a permit for the.
Hey!
I'm assuming we need a permit now for the
Stay out of that cupboard.
explosive, which I'm sure I know how we get to. Let's see if we can speak to Nico now. We might have to just go into the police station. Oh. I somehow had the bank statement selected. Those guys' friends in jail for
What
playing
was it
music
you
and they're
wanted to
just
talk
standing there
about?
playing music.
I didn't think she'd be...
Let's see.
Could you distract the general while I took a look at that chart?
You're kidding. Did you see the way he was leering at me?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We
You'd
need to
make
take
a great
advantage
snake
of that.
charmer. Come on, 5 minutes is all I need.
Well, maybe. But it's your harebrained scheme. You do the talking.
This bit's a bit kind of drawn out, I suppose. Because we're watching it and listening to it all. When she goes with the general here, she's a distraction for us. But we go with Nico, we see what happens with her, and it's just kind of like, eh. So, let's go talk to the general. I appreciate you guys tuning in, by the way.
My girlfriend has
This
a favor
is-
she
this
wants
is,
to ask you, General.
Chilled out,
For
chilled
you,
out
my
stream
dear.
tonight.
Anything.
Here we go.
I've changed my mind.
Oh, no, you haven't. She's embarrassed about asking you for an interview, General.
An interview with me? Fabuloso!
Well, I want to write a story about you.
You
Fabuloso.
hear that, Ronaldo? An exclusive glossy spread about your beloved general.
Si, Senor General.
Look after things here. I'm going back to my apartment and I don't want to be disturbed.
This is the part I
I'll
mean.
get you for this, George Stobart.
Don't worry. If you're gone for more than a couple of hours, I'll come and get you.
Couple of hours.
Couple of hours?
Even that's my reaction. I'd be like, bro, we're not an hour max. Like, if I'm not back in an hour, you send the troops out. Then we need to get rid of Ronaldo. Look, bro, he's gone. Just go and take the rest of the day off.
Would you take my friend to the ruins now the General's gone?
I'd be honored, Senor.
Thanks.
Good
I'll go get
lad.
him.
Good lad. I love that we can double click to leave. It's awesome. Such a fucking good quality of life change.
Do you know where I could buy a detonator?
Did Dwayne put
The
you off to
detonator?
this by any chance? Oh, I get it. This is to detonate the truckload of explosives, right?
Yep.
Hey, come on, I was kidding. Did you think I was serious?
I know what you boys are like when you get together and make plans. Dwayne says he could solve all the world's problems if he had enough missiles.
Based Dwayne again.
I've made the arrangements for your visit to the temple, Pearl.
Oh, that's just great, George. Why don't you come too, honey?
I'd love to, but right now I have to save the world.
I'm so cool. I have to save the world. I'm Mr. America. Isn't that what they call him, that Marvel guy? Mr. America. Mr. Marvel comic book.
Listen, sweetie. I'm looking for an official guide to take me to the old pyramid.
For a lovely lady, I would go to the ends of the earth. For you, I will go as far as the pyramid and back. But what about your husband?
What he doesn't know won't hurt him. Let's go, Beanpole.
Yeah, let's go have a look. Let's go have a look around some caves together. They're definitely going to shag, aren't they? I think
As
they are.
Pearl and Ronaldo set out for the ruined pyramid, I prepared to search the police station.
Boom. Let's go have a look. We just heard a fax coming through as well. I don't think there's anything important on it. What's happening, Halo
It looked
fan?
like a geological survey
Just a
map
super
showing
chilled
the
out
land to the
one night.
southeast
There's
of
not much
Arlington
happening.
City.
We're
About 60 miles
making our way
inland
through Brooklyn
and
Surf too.
upstream was an area marked Teoculcan.
We're not too far from finishing off Mexico, to be quite honest. I think we speak to him and then Ronaldo comes back. Finished
George
playing
Stobart.
Spider-Man Age of Time with the
You're
PS3
Miguel the
emulator.
musician, aren't you?
Was it any good, man?
Musician, senor. My career is finished.
Going to jail could be the boost your career needed.
Senor, I would rather die than
It's one I
live with
remember
the
like
shame.
coming out, but I don't know anything about it. I don't know anything about many of the Spider-Man games. But it's perfect. Happy days. It's always good when you get a game you haven't played, like, and it ends up being good. No better feeling. Sorry if it sounds like I'm eating packets of food here. I'm not. I wish I was, but I am not, unfortunately. Let's ask this dude. He's ready to
Have you
hang
heard
himself.
of a guy called Karzak?
Yes. The old man spoke of him.
The foreigner? Professor Oubier?
That's right. This man Karzak is Ubier's boss.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that noose hanging from the bars?
Ronaldo strung it up for me to hang myself.
Jesus.
Don't cry for me, Senor Stobart. When I am dead, the goddess will take my soul to rest in paradise.
That's positive thinking, man, but
I couldn't reach the noose.
can I not just
There
have
was
it?
nothing I wanted to...
Is that it? I think we can go out and speak to Dwayne, possibly.
I had no need for junk mail. The filing cap...
Sequel to Shattered Dimensions are both good games. Yeah, I remember Shattered Dimensions as well coming out. Bro, my era of Spider-Man games were the ones on the PS1. I actually have them on here, but they were class.
I had nothing else to ask him.
What? Nothing else to ask him?
I had nothing more to say.
This is, again, nearly like I'm kinda... kinda dead end here. Can't look at any of those papers or anything, so... We can't look at his fax machine, can we? Is that why it's making noise? No? Seeing there's no third game. Yeah, man, they always balls up stuff like that, though, as well. Like, releasing games like that. Or, like, if there had been a third one, it would have been just completely different or something. You know what I mean? Speak to the band just in case. It's the same as those Batman games, didn't they? They were good and then they got the Origins and it was just... They weren't good.
I had nothing else to talk about.
Whoa, that took ages to just do that. Is she gonna just give us this detonator anytime? Here we go.
I got a good look at that.
Yeah, because we've got to see it.
It's a map of Quaramonte.
Does it tell us where Ubier is heading?
Yeah, a place called Teoculcan.
That's the site of the mine. I wonder why they're being so secretive about Ubier's plans. One thing's for sure. If the general's involved, they're up to no good. I'd like to talk to that musician Miguel. Take the detonator and get him out of that jail.
Yeah, she's encouraging it now. She's encouraging tomfoolery. Here we go. Now we can go and give this to Dwayne, I think. Yeah, it was Dwayne that was asking for it. Now we're getting somewhere. But it cuts to a part with Nico and she's with the general, and it's just kind of slows everything down, in my opinion. The PS1 games were good, man, yeah. The Activision ones, they were releasing them around the same time as the Tony Hawk games as well, but they were great. Here you go. Here you go, big man.
Here is the detonator, Dwayne.
Here you go,
Your
Dwayne.
voice down, George. You want
Let's
everyone
blow
to
the
know.
joint up.
You'd best go and warn Miguel that the U.S. cavalry's on the way.
Whoop,
Okay.
whoop. Here we go. Party time. Let's go. We're gonna blow this joint up. Don't be sad, bro. You're getting saved.
Miguel,
What is
There again, his
What is
recording
happening?
was really bad,
we're getting out of here.
but then ended fine.
Who's we? They've sent the Delta Force.
Nope.
The Impossible Missions Force.
Don't make me sick. Much better.
Who then?
A retired greetings card salesman from Ohio.
I'm doomed.
Oh shit.
You're not the only one.
I should have known
Uh-oh.
you'd be trouble the moment I saw you.
Look, I can explain everything.
Get in that cell, now.
And what if I refuse?
He'll shoot you.
Okay, here I am, going quietly into the cell.
We're fucked. We're fucked. We fucked it.
Very wise, not Americano scum.
One of the reasons I hate guns so much is the way they make people so damned impolite.
Yeah, like he could tell you to close your own jail cell there, and you would have to do it just because he has a gun.
I hope you're enjoying your vacation, Senor Stobart.
Go polish your weapon, Ronaldo.
Not the time to be being smart in a Mexican prison.
This was part of your plan, right?
Well, in a manner of speaking, no. I was all out of ideas. It was up to Nico now.
Here we go.
So, here we are.
So here we are.
I thought I would slip into something more comfortable.
The stench of cheap cologne rolled over me like tear
Cheap
gas.
colon.
So, what do you want to know about me? Ask and I will answer. I will deny you nothing.
He sounds very pervy.
I am a very giving person.
Oh, nice for your
You know what he
friends.
means? And how she's got the badonk-a-donks
Your
out.
eyes are glittering like stars.
His damn cologne was making my eyes water.
We haven't got much left of Mexico to do.
I was running out of sofa.
It's not so much like the first game where you go to loads of different
As
countries,
spirited as you are
more
beautiful,
loads, so
I admire
different
that.
locations, but
As
you do,
long as he
if it makes
admired it
sense.
from afar.
But it's not like you go to like Ireland, Syria, shit like that, you know what I mean? Let's just look around first.
On close inspection, I noticed that the swordfish was peppered with machine gun bullet holes. The general was a real sportsman, and no mistake.
He's rubbish.
I didn't want to watch a lot of tawdry soap operas.
See. Photo
I
of his
didn't
mum.
want the picture.
Right, so let's just talk to him then.
Who's the guy with the hat and the fat cigar?
My mother.
Oops.
Big fish. Catch it yourself?
Catch it. Fishing poles are for children.
Then how did...
Pa pa
Are
pa
those
pa
bullet
pa.
holes?
2 magazines on full automatic. It put up quite a fight.
Probably just floating in the water, dead.
I
Still getting shot.
love your TV.
Oh, yeah. Cool, no?
So cool.
Oh, boy. Female mother.
Whoa, 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 whoa! We're gonna have to blur that out.
That's an impressive hi-fi system, General.
Would you care to hear some music, my dear?
No.
Oh, it's no bother. I don't even have to get up.
Wow, this guy's got a remote for his stuff. Oh.
Mom!
What is going on here?
Nothing, Mom. I was...
I'm in uniform. And when I'm in uniform, it's...
Madame la Presidente. Sorry, Madame la Presidente.
Now, what is going on here?
Nothing, Madame.
His mum just got him
I
watching
was
porn
just
with a
showing
woman
my
standing
friend
there.
Nico some of the cool stuff I've got.
Hi.
Good afternoon, señorita. And just what are your intentions toward my son?
Intentions? We were just talking.
How nice. She has good bone structure, Raoul. Has she any brains?
She's a reporter.
Is she? And what sort of questions has she been
Not been
asking?
asking about any illegal activity, has she?
I do lifestyle
General. I don't know what his name
What
was.
sort of magazines?
Mr.
Looks
General.
safest to play dumb with good bone structure. Haya, Lifestyle of the Super Rich and Vainglorious, Envy Magazine,
Excellent. Raoul, you've chosen well for a change.
She
It
was trying to act
pretty
dumb.
obvious who pulled the strings around here. I hope George was making good use of the time I was buying him.
Is that us finished there? Yeah, we got through that quickly.
And when you were in this
Whoa!
band of yours, you used to play that song for 2 hours?
Yeah, we were really famous at our college.
That was a Talking
Still,
Heads
ours wasn't as
reference.
good as the original version.
I have never heard that song before, yet I have no doubt that
That's
it's
actually
not
kind of
good.
cool. That's a Psycho Killer reference. I didn't realize it was there.
Hey, George!
Dwayne Henderson.
Dwayne's going to save
Boy,
the
I am
day.
glad to see you. Get to the American consul and tell him I've been imprisoned without charge.
Get real,
Bullshit, man. Let's
George.
get out now.
He was the previous occupant of that cell you're in. We're gonna have to use good old American know-how to get you out of there.
Uh-oh.
That, and this truck full of explosives I've got here.
Dwayne, listen to me. You'll kill all
Dwayne's
of us.
just dying to blow the place
Such
up.
a naysayer, George. It'll go like clockwork. Negative to negative. It's positive to you gotta get the bare copper wire here. Let me just.
Oh, wow. This is,
All
how's
right,
this
I'll
going to
just
go?
look that up. All right, there we go. Okay, just a minute. I've got to get to a safe distance.
Quick, Miguel, hit the mattress.
You have strange customs up north.
Here we go.
Uh-oh.
Too late.
Unimpressive flatulent noise. I make impressive flatulent noises myself.
Are we dead yet?
Not compared to this game.
What happened to the explosives?
There ain't no
He said a swear.
explosives.
He
My
said
dumbass
shit.
supplier must have given me organic fertilizer instead of chemical. All I got here is 400 pounds of lightly fried horse apples.
That's a lovely image, Dwayne.
Yum.
Never mind, I'll think of something.
Super easy. Super easy to get out of here, if I remember right. We just give him the rope and he fucking...
I couldn't read.
Give me the rope.
Listen to me, Miguel. You give me that rope and I'll get us out of here. Is there somewhere you can hide from the General?
Of course. My friends have a boat ready to take me upriver. But how are you going to break out of here with just a short piece of rope?
I'm not sure.
I'm the boy.
But
I
I'll
know
think
what
of
I'm doing.
something.
I know what I'm doing, man. I'm the hero.
If your plan doesn't work, will you let me hang myself in peace?
Jesus Christ. So we got the rope And we give it to Dwayne now. Here we tie on there.
I had nothing else to add.
Hey.
I couldn't escape.
We pick up the noose and then give it to Dwayne.
Hey, Dwayne.
There we go.
I want you to tie this rope to your truck and then drive forward. I'd had no idea whether this was really going to work, but I'd seen it in a black and white Western. Of course, Hopalong was using a horse and Dwayne had a 4-ton truck, but hey, the principle's sound.
Anything you say, George.
Is it going to work for us?
Please forgive my mother. She can be a little difficult.
This guy, this freaking guy. His mum's rubbing her feet, yum. Feet,
Oh,
look,
my
feet.
feet, Raoul.
Feet.
Propose, you idiot.
Don't mind her.
Yeah,
she
free
just
feet.
wants grandchildren.
Don't think I can't hear you, Raoul. I want the worthy successor, and you're not it.
Boom.
Propose now, or I'll do it for you.
Look, Nico, we haven't known each other very long, but...
Collapsing misery.
What the hell was that?
I didn't know what was going on, but Georges had to be involved in it somewhere.
Oh, no. We're going to get to our next location here, and we're going to call it a night, folks.
I ain't gonna say a thing, because that sweet sound of falling masonry says it all.
Quick, senor, the river.
Let's go, go, go.
Huh? Wait, what about Nico?
Georges, what have you done? You only had to sneak a look at the chart, and it's turned into World War III.
No time to explain. Come on.
That's quite an outdated joke now because people say that we're in World War III. Uh-oh.
Don't move, terrorist scum. You talking to me, Junior? Yes, I'm talking to you, fat man. And my name's not Junior.
Well, he's going to call you that whether you want it or not.
You carry on waving that pea shooter in my face, and the next person who sees it is gonna be your proctologist. Savvy?
Alright, I get you.
General, I am happy to report that I have apprehended the terrorist.
You idiot, not them. The other American and the French woman. They're the ones.
Terrorists. We're on a list. Here we go, we got a banger cutscene. This is us. Traveling upriver. What's happening? Developing plot line. Here we go. Shit. Blew us up. Oh shit.
When I recovered consciousness, I was alone, washed up on the riverbank. My head was aching fiercely, and my mouth tasted like a swamp. At first, I thought the music I heard was in my head. Just my luck to wind up in paradise with a migraine.
Yeah, so...
But I followed the sound and discovered a treehouse in a nearby clearing.
I'll walk over here so you guys can see it before we save it. This is our next location, the jungle. So there's someone up there playing the organ, and we need to attract their attention basically.